Picture this. You're walking through an ancient city. You pass through a market, haggling merchants, street vendors, and acrobats performing for coins. You walk down quiet streets and homes filled with family and laughter. They had grand palaces, built amazing works of art, and developed one of the earliest advanced civilizations in Europe. But around 1450 BC, it all came to a shocking end. On the shores of Roanoke Island, a group of around 120 English settlers established one of the earliest settlements in North America. They named it the Lost Colony because within 3 years, every single settler vanished without a trace. When John White returned to Roanoke in 1592 to restock supplies, he found the settlement deserted. The houses were abandoned, and the town was in ruins. All that remained was a single word carved into a post, CROATOAN. Was it some kind of message or a plea for help? The fate of the Roanoke colonists remains a complete mystery. One theory suggests that they integrated with the local CROATOAN tribe, while another points to possible death due to disease, starvation, or conflicts with other Native American tribes. Some even believe the settlers might have become victims of a massacre, or perhaps they were taken captive. The strange part is that no remains or significant evidence has ever been discovered, making it difficult to piece together what actually happened. Without answers, speculation runs wild. It's a captivating mystery that has intrigued historians for centuries. If you're fascinated by such enigmatic tales, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Now, if you want to hear more unsettling mysteries, click on the video on screen now. One day, the Minoan civilization was there, bustling and beautiful, and the next, it was eerily empty. Cities were completely deserted, farm animals left behind, and half-eaten meals sat on tables. There were no mass graves or evidence of battle, only an eerie calm over the entire island. Then there was the telltale ash, volcanic ash. The Minoans likely didn't vanish into thin air. Instead, their demise may have been caused by the volcanic eruption of Thera, also known as Santorini today. The massive explosion blew out the island and sent ash raining down across the Mediterranean. The ash covered Crete and could have poisoned the soil, crops, and water supply, leading to famine and disease. The Minoans would have faced starvation, dehydration, and sickness, driving them to abandon their homes and flee to unknown destinations. Whatever happened to them, historians can only speculate, since no remains or records were left behind. It's a lingering mystery that has captivated many throughout history. And then suddenly you stop. Everything seems to have frozen. The wine is left on the table, the lute mid-song. Even the chickens are frozen in place. You wander the streets alone, calling out, but only silence answers you. Is this some strange curse or magic? Not quite, though. It does feel straight out of a horror movie. Welcome to the series where we bring you the creepiest, weirdest, and most unsettling mysteries from human history. Our first stop is the island of Crete. Somewhere around 2000 BC, the Minoans thrived here. Fast forward to 1607 in the remote jungles of Florida, Spanish explorer Juan Ortiz arrived there and encountered a group of 2,000 Timucua-speaking natives who told him a strange tale. The natives explained that 7 years earlier, a ship had come to their shores carrying men who didn't look or speak like any they'd seen before. These newcomers spoke a different language and wore strange garments. They traded with the natives for a time, but then something changed. All 200 Spaniards aboard the ship disappeared overnight, leaving behind only one small boat, which the natives used for trade. Nobody knows exactly why the Spaniards went missing. Perhaps they succumbed to disease, or were taken by a rival tribe. But the suddenness of their disappearance has left many scratching their heads, and the story doesn't end there. Similar tales were heard by other explorers of mysterious ships appearing and disappearing. For example, in 1513, conquistador Lucas Vasquez de Ayllón explored the area and found a French ship that appeared to have materialized out of nowhere. Its crew was gone, but there were signs of a struggle and blood was smeared on the deck. What was going on here? Was this some sort of supernatural phenomenon? Well, maybe not. Historian David J. Onstop believes that the so-called ghost ships may have been victims of the mysterious Hypatia. Hypatia was a powerful Native American tribe whose origins remain shrouded in mystery. They lived in Florida's central Gulf Coast region and were known for their fierce resistance against European invaders. Their tactics included ambushing ships and leaving bloody messages to scare off further intruders. However, there is a twist. Unlike many tribes that resisted European colonization, little is known about the Appalachee beyond the accounts of their violent encounters with conquistadors. Why did they vanish? Well, the Appalachee likely faced several challenges, including diseases brought by Europeans, forced assimilation policies, and conflicts with other tribes and settlers. As early as 1559, when Spanish explorer Francisco Hernández de Cula documented a brutal battle between the Appalachee and conquistadors, the Native Americans suffered heavy casualties, and by 1656, an estimated 1,000 Appalachee warriors attacked a Spanish settlement. By 1704, only a few hundred Appalachee remained, and the Spanish began relocating them to a reservation in Cuba. Today, very few descendants are left, making them one of the least populous tribes in the U.S. Now let's travel back to the year 1587 in North Carolina.